Welcome back to another video, Battlefield 6. What's going on with the game? My biggest thing is people are saying it doesn't have any content for the new season. And it's one of those things where I'm looking at it like, dude, you guys are tripping. I mean, the season is great, in my opinion. People are just negative about it. And, it's just a lack of content. Personally, for me, I gotta say this. It's one of those things where I look into the game and I see the potential it could possibly be adding more content to it. And, it's more of a live service game and they want to have more opportunities with that. But people aren't really excited or really just more disappointed, they expected more. Battlefield 6 came out with a pretty strong start. They had everything going good, the marketing and everything was perfect. But then it's like you got to keep that ball rolling with fans and with gamers alike. You have to keep that consistency rolling because people's attention spans are so short, and patience is short too. Like if something isn't going well for a period of time, or they start noticing dwindling effects of the game, they're gonna say something. They're gonna really say something. They're not gonna be like, hey, we wait. We'll be patient. They're not gonna be patient. They're gonna be antsy about it. They're gonna be complaining about it. They're gonna say all kinds of things about it. They want change now, and they want to see it as soon as possible. So that's like one of the things that I've noticed about this game, that people were saying that they lack content. The gunplay is kind of broken. Mechanics they need to tweak up just a little bit, and just all these small little details they have to do. And it's one of those things where like, yeah, like just let it cook, let it sit. I'm not going to completely switch over from this game going to Black Ops 7. Hell no. Black Ops 7, I am not going to give that. I can't give it a chance. I can't give it a chance. I'm sorry. The game is not grabbing my attention. I said this probably in a couple of videos. It hasn't grabbed my attention at all. It's one of those things where I look at it, and the more I try to it's like eating food that you don't like. It's like, like I don't like the texture of it. I don't like just how crispy, just how burnt it feels, and it just doesn't feel right when you see it. It's just like, it's whatever. But people were saying that Black Ops 7 has more content than Battlefield 6. I almost said something crazy. Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7. It's kind of a tongue twister a little bit. Not really. I'm kidding. It's me. But yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah, one has more content than the other, and then one has to kind of deal with that backlash of it. But with the content, it's nothing as bad as EA usually do. It's more of a live service game, like I said, and it's more. EA has learned a lot from was not the early Battlefield games, but Battlefront. Battlefront, I think that was one of its worst heydays where everything was hidden behind a paywall, microtransactions. We have gone a far, far tremendous route, not having to deal with that. And I'm really glad to see that, because within gaming communities and stuff, it's like one of those things where, you don't really, it's not a thing. It's becoming more extinct as time goes on, and people aren't really, or companies aren't really doing that. Of course, they have free live service games where you have to pay for certain things like upgrades and stuff like that, but the game is free, so it gets a pass for doing it, like Fortnite or Marvel Rivals or whatever's out, Valorant or whatever game is out right now. That's free. But this is different. People paid their full bucks for it, almost $100, and they expect more out of it. And unfortunately, if you don't deliver, fans are going to be going crazy. But even though you're diehard fans, they're going to be crazy. They're going to switch up. And for me personally, I'm just going to be like, I'll go do something else. I'll come back. I'll play it every here and there. I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't drop the game, but I just didn't play because I got other stuff going on, and but I wouldn't completely drop it and going to Black Ops 7. Like realistically, guys, like would you rather drop this game and go back to Black Ops 7 than to play this one? This game is amazing. The graphics are amazing, the gameplay amazing. It's reminds me of the older Battlefield games I used to play when I was younger, and it's actually really fun to do. So. It's one of those things where like, do you see yourself really playing something different? Playing Black Ops 7. Like seriously, just think about that first. Just think about it. Would you put this down for just for a chance? Just think about it. Just think about it. It don't make no damn sense, right? So yeah, there's that. But that's the whole other thing people have been complaining about. Just little stuff like that. The maps I like, the maps are another thing people also I've noticed have complained and not really like. The maps to me, even though they aren't really like large scale, like Caspian border level or Shanghai or anything like that, um, I still enjoy it. It's still really good set pieces, and it's fun to play in. It's something unique, and it's one of those things where once you get in, you play it and have a good experience, and it's immersive. It does its job. It gets everything out the way. It does everything it's supposed to do. It's a game, But people are like, no, bro, these maps are ass, bro. Why they got these tight ass lanes? Why are we in the city? Why are we doing this and doing that? It's like, yeah, damn, it ain't that damn bad. I mean, yeah, I understand it's not no open warfare scale maps, but of course they could add that in. But there is a couple that, where they have that. But they're comparing this to Battlefield One. Now, Battlefield One personally, I didn't play it that much. I know, like, what, bro? You can't make no. I played it. I didn't say I didn't like it, but I didn't play it as much. I didn't play it as much as four, Battlefield 4 and Hardline. But this game is leading more towards like Battlefield 4 with Operation Locker with those type of maps where it's just more closed in and more close corner maps. And those games are fun. I'm not gonna lie, those are pretty fun times to had. And yeah, people were saying what they need to say about this and not really enjoying their experiences, but it's one of those things where I'm just like, yeah, just look back and play it and just it is what it is. Just I enjoy my experience playing this. But yeah, with the new seasons and new updates, just wait, give it some time, and see what's gonna happen. Of course, pretty sure they're doing something about it. They're not trying to screw us over. They haven't done anything too crazy, you know. Yeah, even though it's EA, they're still finding ways to, you know, get around the system and get around the games and stuff like that by just listening to the fans, which I'm pretty sure they're doing. Of course, I could be wrong. They could be. I could say this and that this could be going over my head or whatever. But yeah, it's like I enjoy playing these games. I enjoy playing this game. This game is really fun. And of course, there are a lot of things they can balance out, like the weapons and stuff like that, like the assault rifles and the cheaters and stuff like that. Like, why is it when I shoot somebody, I die instantly? Not in this gameplay. This gameplay right here, like I believe I said in this video, I recorded with my Elgato, my screen capture card on my PS5. I got this thing sorted out. Finally, I'm able to get gameplay on here. It was worth it getting this thing. It was pretty cool. But in this gameplay, I was pretty much just zipping people away. I was just shooting at anything. So I was just going crazy. And yeah, it was a pretty fun experience just playing this stuff. So and it's one of those things where I play the game, adjust some settings and just have fun with it. But I can see where the complaints are coming from. There are some times where the match can seem uneven. It's like those Call of Duty moments where like you shoot first, you die first, and sometimes you shoot at somebody, then they end up flying away from your bullets, and then they come back and they just pop you once, that goofy shit like that. But with a couple of tweaks and stuff like that, and big YouTubers talking about the issues, I'm pretty sure it's going to get resolved anytime soon. So there's really nothing to worry about with that. But my whole thing with this video is I really don't see myself going back to, or even playing, not even going back to, playing Black Ops 7. The game is on sale right now for $45. There's just nothing really appealing me to go back and play that. Like I'm not going to do that to myself. So I'll pass. I'll pass on that. But if you guys are Battlefield fans, which I'm pretty sure you guys are, stick with the game. Give it some time. Be patient, y'all. Just let them cook. Let them figure this out. Let them put it together, and something will come up. I'm pretty sure. I am 100% positive because it came out with a good start. Like they obviously, it's in the right hands, in the right mindset. This is a different EA. This isn't the same EA that we got from with Battlefront 2. When I first dropped. Even though I love that game, I really do love that game. I hope they make a Battlefield 3 or Battlefront 3. My bad, Battlefront 3. Once they make that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna learn from the mistakes. They're not gonna do all the goofy stuff and add all that dumb stuff in there. They learned a lot. It's different times now. They skipped off on the microtransactions. People are speaking up with their wallets and they're able to listen and accommodate towards things. So yeah, just let me know in the comments. I don't want to make this video too long, but if you guys are Battlefield fans, let me know. And if you guys are Call of Duty Black Ops 7 fans, let me know also too. You guys enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there in this crazy world. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. We're gonna keep this in. We ain't gonna edit nothing out. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Bye bye.